Hey everybody, Substatica here. In this video, we're going to be having a closer look at the ProTubeVR ForceTube Explorer Haptic gunstock attachment. Now before we get to that, take a minute to click the S in the corner to subscribe. Heading for 50,000 subscribers, I would love to have you on the team. Also like, share, leave a comment, let me know what you think of the video, or of the ForceTube Explorer, or any of ProTubeVR's other offerings. Leave all that good stuff in the comments. Now, I've done some other videos on the ForceTube Explorer, but viewers have been asking, what does the haptic actuation look like, and how strong is it? So we're going to try to figure that out in this video. Now, ProTubeVR offers two versions of the ForceTube. This is the Explorer, which is rated at 5 joules, and there's also the Storm, which is rated at 10 joules. The Storm is larger, and that accounts for the larger battery required to produce those 12 joules of energy. Now, a joule of energy is the amount of work that it takes to move something with 1 newton of force, 1 meter. I don't know what all that means necessarily, but it's a measurement of energy. Before we get to measuring the actual force that the ForceTube Explorer produces, I'm just going to show you what the actuation looks like. I have the ForceTube Explorer mounted in my Panavise here, and we're going to test out some of the functions. There is a companion app, and I've got that app installed, and it allows me to run the ForceTube Explorer in some demo modes. Now, I've jacked up the multiplier to 100% of kick, and that should give me the greatest kick available in the module. And we're going to start with a sniper shot. That was 100% sniper shot, and I've had trouble even getting the vise to keep the module in the same spot. We're going to try out next the P90. You can see that the whole platform is shifting a bit, so we'll put that back, and we're going to try out the M16. So that was giving kind of a burst fire, I suppose. Next, we're going to try out the Demo PKM. And finally, we're going to try out the laser gun. So it seems like the laser gun has 2 modes, one of which is a charge and the other is a kick. So the ForceTube modules have a rumble as well as the kick. I'm mainly testing out the kick here because viewers have been interested in how it simulates recoil. So that illustrates how this center portion here will kick against your shoulder when you fire shots. Now we're going to move on to trying to measure the force of that kick. Alright, now to measure the force applied through the kick by the ForceTube Explorer at 5 joules, we're going to use this handy little jig that I whipped up along with this little force meter that I purchased. And there will be a link to where you can pick something like this up in the description. Not that expensive. So we're going to place this in the jig, and the jig is here to keep everything tight so that no force is lost in the meter shifting or the module shifting. That's looking pretty good. So when the kick actuates, it's going to push on the meter and we're going to get a readout here. So I'm going to turn the meter on. Right now it's set to newtons. We're going to set that to pounds. And we are going to press the peak function so that it's going to record the peak force applied to it. And now we are going to use the companion app to trigger a sniper shot. Let's do this a couple more times just to ensure that we get a good average. So there we've got 1.2 pounds. There we've got 1.4 pounds. And there we've got 1.1 pounds. Now, to put that into perspective, a .17 Remington cartridge is about 1.6 pounds of force, whereas a .22 long rifle is about 0.2 pounds of force. So it seems like the kick of the ForceTube Explorer is somewhere in between, akin to potentially a .22 Hornet cartridge, which is at 1.3 pounds of force. So those are the rifle cartridge equivalents to the force that the ForceTube Explorer puts out at 5 joules. Now the Storm at 12 joules is likely going to put out stronger recoil, but I don't have one to test at the moment. If I do get one, I'll do another test, we'll check that out. I'll also put up on the screen the pounds of force for other popular cartridges so that you can compare. Well, there you go. Just a quick test to show you how the ForceTube Explorer actuates, as well as how much force is applied. Now you can make an informed decision as to whether or not you would like to pick one up. If you haven't already, take a minute to click the S in the corner to subscribe. Heading for 50,000 subscribers, I would love to have you on the team. Also like, share, leave a comment, let me know what you think of the video, of the ForceTube Explorer, or any other haptic modules that you've used or would like me to try to test out. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.